Now, person that has jealousy, there's a few different levels of it. The most extreme form of jealousy is somebody that's upset that someone else has something and they don't. Simple and to the point. He has a car, I don't. He has a big house, I don't. He has a wife, I don't. He has this, I don't. He says that's the worst level of jealousy. Worst. How many of us are innocent of this? Second, lesser degree of envy is someone that can't tolerate when other people have more. He also has, but they have more. He has a Mercedes or something, but the other guy has a Bentley. He has a Toyota, but the other guy has a Mercedes. He has a house, the other guy has a mansion. He has a watch, the other guy has a fancier watch. He has a wife, the other guy's wife is a few years younger, a few years prettier, and whatever. He has. Baruch Hashem, he has. But he's eating his heart day and night because he has a little more. Shem Rachem. And the most tolerable level is someone that's jealous of his friend actually having and just wishes that he had it also. Natural jealousy that he listen, he has a nice house. I wish I had a nice house. Still jealousy. All of them are bad. The serious problem we have here is that just wanting something that someone has, just not because I'm upset that he has it, because just I want it, that's also considered bad. But the sad reality is that most people are in the first class. Most people are upset that the other person has, and they don't. And this is the root of all the problems that have ever happened from Bereshit until today. You look at the entire Torah and you're going to find endless amount of stories that start with kin'ah, that start with jealousy. Starts off with Adam HaRishon. Adam HaRishon, the angels in Shamayim looked at Adam HaRishon, they thought he was God. They thought he was God in human form. He was so big, so beautiful, so perfect, such wisdom that they could not even comprehend. They thought he was God. They were about to bow to him, and that's when Hashem made him go to sleep. They knew Hashem doesn't go to sleep. Oh, it's not God. But they were so jealous of Adam HaRishon, the Malach HaMavet said, I can't let this continue. I'm going to ruin it. I'm going to ruin it. Why are they so jealous of him? I'm going to ruin it. He went and ruined it. He became the snake. Became the serpent. You know the whole story. Made the woman sin. And then him sin. And then they were both kicked out of Gan Eden. Now, after they got kicked out, what happened? They had sons, Cain and Abel. What happened with the sons? Cain had half the world. Abel had the other half of the world. Who's better than you? You don't have to worry about a mortgage. You don't have to worry about banks calling you. You don't have to worry about insurance companies. You don't have to worry about yeshivot. You don't have to worry about nothing. You have half the world. Whatever you want is yours. No. I don't like it. Why? He has 2 wives. I only have 1. They were both born with twins. And in those times, obviously, since it's the creation of the world, Hashem allowed for a brother to be with his sister, if they're married. So Cain was born with a single woman twin, and Abel was born with 2 women, 2 girls twins, so it was triplets. Cain didn't like it. He has 2 wives, I only have 1. I don't like it. Jealousy. Killed him. You fast forward, you go to generation of Noach. Generation of Noach, what happened? All the tinofet, all the gone nefesh that happened in the generation of Noach, not too different from today's generation. What happened? People started stealing each other's wives. Jealousy. Fast forward. Avraham Avinu, Yitzhak Avinu, Yaakov Avinu, each one of them had their own trials. You go to this week's Parashat Shavua. You have Yosef a tzaddik. Yosef a tzaddik. Only person in the entire Torah, Hashem says he's a tzaddik. Yosef a tzaddik. Who's better than you? Hashem called you tzaddik. Alvai Hashem will just call us, just come in. Just say come in. Don't even say my name. Just come into Gan Eden, it's already enough. He says Yosef a tzaddik. Shit. This parasha, his brothers, also tzaddikim. This is a Shvatim, this Am Yisrael comes from them. And it says, Israel אהב את יוסף מכל בניו כן כי בן זקונים הוא. So Israel, Yaakov, loved Yosef more than all of his other sons, since he was a child of old age, meaning he was a Talmid Chacham. He had a lot of wisdom. ועשה לו כותונת פסים, and he made for him a fine woolen tunic. ויראו אחיו כי אותו אהב אביהם מכל אחיו וישנאו אותו, ולא יכלו דיברו לשלום. And his brothers saw it that it was him that the father loved the most, and the brothers hated him because of it, to such an extent that they couldn't even say hello. They hated him so much. Not they hated him, hey, listen, he's a Obama fan, he's a Trump fan. No! The jealousy that the Abba loves him more than us, they can't stand it. Now Yosef was tzaddik and tamim. Yosef, God bless him, was tzaddik and tamim. He was little, he was young. So now, he didn't realize that his tzaddikim brothers could possibly hate him. So what did he do? When the father made him this special clothing, he would wear it and he would tell him, oh, look at the clothing I have. Look at the clothing I have. Now he's thinking they would be happy for him. Why would his brothers, tzaddikim, kedushim, why would they be upset? Be happy for me. Abba made me a special outfit. Look at the clothing I have. Look at the clothing. Shem Erachem, Yosef, what are you doing to yourself? What are you doing to yourself, Yosef? So we see that it's also here. Fast forward. Fast forward. Paro. Paro could not have enough. Could not have enough. Bilam could not have enough. But these are Reshaim. Nebuchadnezzar couldn't have enough. Didn't matter what he had. Someone had something else, he had to have it. But these are Reshaim. It's not really good examples. What's a good example? Korach. Korach is a good example. Why? Korach was tzaddik. Shem Erachem. Korach was tzaddik. Korach was one of the Gdolei Ador before he went to Tarbut Ra'ah. Korach knew the entire Torah. Korach was wealthy in big Baal Tzedakah. Korach was Shevet Levi. He was one of the leaders. He was so big that he got 250 of the Gdolei Ador to sign off. Yes, we agree. We agree. We had a missionary want to come to a Beit Knesset a year ago. Went to Gdolei Ador to get a single signature. I think I had to give my heart. I had to put my heart on the table. I was like, here's my heart. Give me the signature in exchange. For one signature, me, who am I, Bechla? So say, here's my heart. Here, take the heart. Take this, take this. Okay, just give me one signature. Korach, 250 of the Gdolei Ador signed on the spot with no questions asked. For what? Not against the missionary. Against Moshe Rabbeinu. Against Moshe Rabbeinu that made all of them do tshuva. Moshe Rabbeinu, you're going against Moshe Rabbeinu. Why? Because I'm jealous of Moshe Rabbeinu. I want to be the leader. Why is Moshe Rabbeinu a leader? What? He's smart? I'm smart also. Why? He has money? I have money also. What? He's Shevet Levi? I'm Shevet Levi also. Why is Moshe Rabbeinu the leader? Why not me? Maybe he didn't really speak to God. Maybe God didn't really mean for him to stay the leader. Maybe this, maybe this. Why? Jealousy. And jealousy took Korach out of the world. And the Gemara in Masechet Sanhedrin says, Korach en lo chelek le'olam haba. no olam haba. Why? Jealousy. Simple jealousy made the ground open up and swallow him and his family, with the exception of a few of his kids that did tshuva in the last minute, swallowed him and everything that belonged to him. Meaning, if somebody still continued holding on to any of his money, the ground swallowed him also just for holding on to anything that belonged to Korach. Why? Hashem hates jealousy. Hates it. So now, we see that there's literally endless examples in the Torah about how much Hashem hates jealousy. And the Chachamim say, Lo tachmod, being jealous, is hated by Hashem to such an extent that anyone that's guilty of Lo tachmod, you should question whether they're following Da'at Torah at all. Why? Because if someone has this jealousy that gets out of control, it's very easy for them to violate all 10 commandments. And there's actually a Gemara about it. There's a Gemara about it that also in the Avot Tzadikim talks about it. Avot Tzadikim says that someone that's jealous leads a person to violate all 10 commandments. And it gives a story. You know, Avot Tzadikim, it gives a story of how somebody was what? Jealous of what? His next door neighbor's wife. Shem Elachem. His wife was good looking, and he saw it through the window over there, and he said, oh, she's pretty. That's it. Nothing else. Maybe she was wearing a wig, who knows. He says she's pretty. But every day he would peek in, and see she's pretty. Okay, whatever. The guy's looking at a woman. Shem Elachem, it's not good. But, what, you call him a Rasha already? He says, yes. Why? Look what happened with the story. One day the husband left town. As soon as the husband left town, this guy that's peeking in from next door knew. So what does he do? He breaks the fence. Already, he's vandalizing he's violating the commandment, he's vandalizing his neighbor's stuff. Next thing he does, breaks into the house. Next thing he does, rapes the wife. So now you've already violated a few commandments. Wife starts trying to defend herself. He kills her. Now you violate another commandment. And cops come in. People start screaming, whoa, what's going on? He goes, oh, look what happened. Some murderer was here. And I just came. He just ran away. I just came. I tried helping her. I just came because I lent the husband some stuff for Shabbat, and I came to pick it up. And this is what I found. So now he's going against the Torah in every single way. So then they say, okay, we have to take you to trial. And he swears in the name of Hashem that this is what happened. From just looking at a woman that's not yours, you violate all 10 commandments. Matter of fact, if you look at Reshit Chokhmah, I didn't really want to go over the Reshit Chokhmah too much, but you should know that Rabbi Yoshua ben Levi, in Perek Sheni of Reshit Chokhmah, Masechet Gehinom, he met with Eliyahu Navi. Eliyahu Navi came to him and he says, you want to see Gehinom? And he says, yes. He tells him all the different things that he saw. Different things that he saw, but I'm not going to go into it now. I want you guys to sleep this week. But he says, "Ve'areni bnei adam shetluim be'eineim," and I saw some people that are hung from their eyes. Shem Elachem. Why? Go look at a woman that's not yours. Why are you looking? It's your wife? No, it's not. Why are you looking then? Why are you looking? Why are you looking at someone that's not your wife? You know, if you actually understood the din in Shamayim, when you look at a woman that's not your wife, you would never look at another woman again. Never. If you have to have a conversation with a woman for whatever reason or another, you want to help her, she's your customer, whatever, you look once to see who you're talking to, but look away after. Constantly. Once in a while you go back just to make sure that she knows you're talking to her and so on, but as much as you can, pretty much 99% of the time if you can, don't look directly at her. Why? As a man, it's almost impossible for you to have a clean mind. Unless you're davuk for Hashem, unless you're glued to Hashem. It doesn't matter if she could be 95 years old, she could be 15, she could, anything. Anything. Your Yetzer Hara does not have limitations. Does not have limitations. Maybe thinking about what Rabbi Yoshua saw in Gehenom, maybe it will help you a little bit. Break that rock. And it talks about, in Perek Shlishi, it says 3 go to Gehenom and do not come back. Abal Eshet Ish is the first one. Someone that goes with a married woman, Gehenom will end, but his Gehenom will not end. So we're not going to go over anything else here. So I think it's scary enough for tonight. But the point I'm trying to say is that here you have all of these disasters begin with a simple look. A simple look at the grass on the other side. You know, there's a famous saying, the grass is always greener on the other side. The real question should be, why are you looking? Why are you looking at the other grass? Why are you looking on the other side? What difference does it make to you if he makes a lot of money? What difference does it make to you what his wife looks like? What difference does it make to you how much money he has, what car he has, what house he has? What difference does it make to you? Do you realize that you're killing yourself? By looking somewhere else other than yourself, you're guaranteed to lose. Guaranteed to lose. On one end, the most likely end, you're going to find something that he has that you don't. Because that's usually what the Yetzer Hara looks for. So, his wife is ugly and yours is pretty, you're not going to care about that. His house is small and yours is big, you're not going to care about that. His bank account is small and yours is big, you're not going to care about that. What are you going to do? You're going to find out, oh, one of his kids, Talmid Chacham, and my kids are half retarded. Oh, can't be. Now you're jealous of the kids. Now you have Ayin Hara on his kids. Gemara says 99% of people die from Ayin Hara. 1% die from regular death. You looked at his kids, say, oh, they're so smart, they're so this. My kids are not. You're putting Ayin Hara on his kids. Why are you looking? Why are you looking? And that's the thing, that a lot of people waste their lives. Mamash waste their lives looking at other people's lives. Whether it's on social media, on Facebook, or different things like that. And that's why I always tell people, if you're smart, don't ever put anything personal on Facebook. No pictures and no sayings. Really, you shouldn't be on it anyway. But whatever, if you're using it for good, to do kiruv or something like that, fine. You're able to use it for good purposes, just like you can use a computer for good purposes in general, just like you can use a car for good purposes in general, just like you can use a house for good purposes or bad ones and so on. But the point being is that to use any of these vehicles that Hashem gave you just to publicize things about your life is the stupidest things in the world you can do. First of all, you're leading other people to sin. If you're a pretty woman, even if you're an ugly woman, doesn't make a difference. You're showing yourself immodest, you're showing yourself in general. Someone's going to sin because of you. There's a very scary movie that came out recently, mamash, in the last couple of weeks, of a woman that had a near-death experience maybe some 10 years ago, or a little less than 10 years ago. She had a near-death experience. She was a Balat Tshuva, that she did Tshuva, and she used to be a model when she was young. She was like 16 years old. She was a model. And then she discovered Hashem and so on and so forth. Did Tshuva, got married, had kids. And initially, she covered her hair with a mitpachat, with a kerchief, with a tichel. And everything was fine. But then she moved to a new neighborhood, and she started seeing that this new neighborhood, also Haredim, also religious, but more people wearing wigs. So she decided, wait, this is allowed to wear these wigs? She decided, okay, I'll wear a wig. So she started wearing a wig, and she tells the story herself. She starts wearing a wig, and the wigs become more and more stylish. And she says, oh, the clothes become more and more stylish. a little tighter, a little this, a little shorter. She said herself, I started cutting my skirts a little bit, just an extra 2 inches. Why? I wanted to fit in. They were wearing it right to the knee. I'm wearing it right to my knee. They're wearing tight clothes. They're doing Charedim their whole life. I'm just a Baal Tshuva. What do I know? Shem Erachem, especially since the rabbi told her it's okay. Her husband told her it's not okay. But she said no, but they both spoke to a rabbi. It was supposedly a big rabbi. And he said, no, it's okay. It's allowed. It's fine. Go ahead. Do it. Go ahead. Do it. Do it. It's fine. No problem. Yeah, we have some rabbi sometime, a million years ago, said it's okay to put a straw in your head, but we're translating it to be hair better than what you have. Fine. Go. Okay. She did it. Little by little, life is good, she says. One day they decide to take a trip, like on a regular day, family trip. They get into a car accident. Her husband dies on the spot. One of her kids is in critical condition. One of them is saved miraculously, and she's in critical condition. And she goes into a coma. And the coma continues, but over here continues. In Shamayim, something else going on, she says. In Shamayim, she goes to the Beit Din of Shamayim. She starts seeing things. And she starts seeing all these millions and millions of neshamot. Millions of neshamot yelling at her, you did this to us, we hate you, you did this to us, we sinned because of you, Reshai, da. She's like, I don't know why they're yelling at me. She's crying, she's like, I don't know why they're yelling at me. It's so embarrassing, millions of people are yelling at me, I don't know what I did. And then they show me a movie of my life, and they show me modeling, and me today, and it looks the same. Me modeling as a 16-year-old, and me with the wig and the tight clothes, and it looks the same. And in Shamayim, they didn't like it too much. They said, everything that happened started with your wig. Everything that happened is your fault. And she says, I took it, and I cried to Hashem, and I wanted another chance. And when I realized that I actually died, I wanted another chance, and Baruch Hashem, she got another chance, and she says, I accept everything that I got with love, because I know what actually happens out there, and Hashem did a chesed for me, for giving me another chance. The story is much more extraordinary than I tell you. She went to Rabbi Ovadia, alav shalom, before he died. I mean, this is, again, like I said, like about a 10-year-old story or so, maybe even longer. And Rabbi Ovadia says, you must publicize this to everyone. Now, I personally never heard it until the movie came out recently. And I'm telling you, if you don't cry hearing this story, you should double check your pulse. You're probably not alive. Yeah.
What's the name of the movie?
I don't remember, but I think it's something to do with a crown. Something crown, something... I'll send it to you. I'll post it I'll post it somewhere. So, now why did she start all of this? Why? What was wrong with the mitpachat? What was wrong with the hat or the scarf and hat? What was wrong with it? Nothing was wrong with it. She saw the neighbor. She saw the neighbor wearing a wig, long, nice, pretty. This looks like she's a 16-year-old model. She goes, why should I wear the shmata on my head and she looks like she just came off the runway show? If it's allowed, I'm doing it too. Jealousy. Why are you looking? Why are you looking? So jealousy is literally the root of all evil. Every single sin you're ever going to make is usually going to start with your eyes. And that's the reason why Shem Rachem, the Sfarim HaKadoshim, say that the first thing that happens after a person dies, if they're wicked, the demons that come to punish him immediately before he even gets to Shamayim, first thing they do is they break his eyes. Why? Because he violated what following his heart, because he saw something. He saw something. Don't look. Don't look. Watch your eyes. And people really don't understand what it means to watch your eyes. In the Gemara Masechet Shabbat, there's a few different things. In page 64, it says, Moshe Rabbeinu, when he saw the Am Yisrael come back from the war against the Midianites, he saw that they're bringing a korban. He goes, why are you bringing a korban? What, you make another? This was after the whole thing that happened with Balak and Bilam, when Am Yisrael sinned with the non-Jewish women, and Hashem put a plague on, 24,000 of them died, he almost killed everyone. Then Pinchas came and killed Zimri and Cosby and stopped the whole thing. So Hashem says, now you have to go fight them. You have to go fight the Moabites. Why fight them? Go take revenge. Okay, so Am Yisrael, tzaddikim, did tshuva, chatanu, avinu, pashanu. They go to war, start killing people. Why? Because you made a sin. You almost killed the whole nation. Fine. They come back from the war after they won. And no one died. Why? They did tshuva. You do tshuva, Hashem fights the war for you. Adonai lachem lachem, v'atem techarishun. Hashem fights your war, you should remain silent. Meaning, you go with the spear, but in reality Hashem is shooting. You go with the tank, but in reality Hashem moves the bullets. You're not really, you're making it look realistic. That's all it is. So now they come back from the war. Moshe Rabbeinu says, what's this korban? You guys, all right, again made a sin? What, you go with the Midianites also, like you did with the Moabites? He goes, no. Chas v'shalom, Moshe Rabbeinu, chas v'shalom. We didn't do it again. He goes, so what's the korban for? He says, because we looked. We looked at them. We looked at the truth. Chatanu avinu pashan. We didn't sin with them. We looked at them. So we have to give korban. Do you understand? Looking at them is a sin. Looking at the girl that's not your wife is a sin. כל המסתכל באצבע קטנה של אישה כאילו מסתכל במקום התרופה. Whoever gazes at even the little finger of a woman where her ring is, a wedding ring, it's considered in Shamayim as if he looked at the place of her nakedness. Don't think that just because it's her finger, it's no big deal. Oh, just because it's her face, no big deal. It's her ear, it's her hair. Everything's a big deal. Kol ha'isha irva. The entire woman is considered nakedness if it's not your wife. Stop looking. Stop looking at women that are not your wives. Why you ruin your life? You must ruin your life. Why are you going to think about it all day? You're going to think about it all night. You're going to make sins. You're going to think. You're ruining your life. You're going to look at your wife, you're going to look at her. You're going to look at your wife, you're going to look out. Once in a while, she's going to look better than your wife. Now what happens? You're going to start thinking, oh, he has, I don't. He has, I don't. Ruins your life. Mamash ruins your life.